Hello there, Pisces, and welcome to your timeless oracle messages. I hope you're doing good. So Pisces, we're going to find out what Spirit wants you to know when it comes to your current situation. And this is for Pisces in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. Oh my goodness. I really sense that you are coming into, or perhaps you already have been on a path of remaining as disciplined as possible. Now, this is a general reading, so you need to put this in your situation. But, something is calling you to have great discipline here. Now, it could be that you've given into doubt, worry, or maybe, you're just being discouraged. You've got to stay disciplined when it comes to your mind. It's mind over matter. In fact, major here. And Spirit is saying to stand your ground. Yes, your strength may be tested at this time, but do not get discouraged. There's something about your inner strength overpowering anything on the outside of you. Find that inner strength, if you haven't, to face fear with confidence. Now, there may be something here too where Pisces, don't back down from an opposition, perhaps someone, because you are made for something here. Spirit is showing you something for you to claim, and you're worthy of this. And I feel that Spirit really wants you to practice saying that you're worthy of this. All right, now I sense air sign, and I also sense Leo coming through. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and also Leo. Take the zodiac signs how you want to. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. Divine will, let go of fear. Okay, we were just talking about that, having to really concentrate on not getting discouraged right now, right? Either the circumstance, maybe people. You're winning. As much as you may not believe it for some of you, not all of you, you're winning. Now, give it up to a higher power, because whatever you are wanting, whatever you're desiring, it is also what the divine wants. And also, we have to be yielding here to the divine's will for you and what's going on. There's this whole thing about surrendering struggle here mentally, right? Because Spirit knows that there may be something that you're feeling exhausted about. But the sun is shining on you. There's something about you being noticed, being out in the spotlight somehow, some way. And this is a divine spotlight. I feel like this was in your energy not too long ago as well. So it's still, excuse me, lingering. And you know what? Oh my goodness. Pisces, it's just so weird, but it's not. You may need to have a little bit more courage to speak your truth. I'm sorry that I'm coughing, but there is something about you and the throat chakra and expression here. And it's really interesting because I tend to get this with you lately too. And now, yes, there's also mechanics. Okay, maybe my throat's dry, whatever here. But I know that your energy in the last, I say the 3 to 4 weeks, there's something about you not suppressing what you need to say, okay? Because there's something about someone or an obstacle being dealt with once and for all, and you're moving it out of the way. So whether you have to use affirmations, prayers, journaling, appreciating yourself more, do that, okay? Because you're coming out a winner. Because I actually see someone that's standing there that is praising here and being graced with blessings. Someone who has victory. What else for Pisces? I feel good when I can help others. Yeah, there may be something too with, having the courage to share your knowledge, maybe to put yourself out there. Now, when you are talking about service, this is a general reading. So this could be just on a personal level. It could be a professional. It could just be as easy as helping a family member, an elder, a neighbor. Now we're getting out of our own mind, and perhaps that's where we need to get out of, right? Because maybe the mind has been too much. And so we get out of our mind, get back into your heart, or a place where you feel good about doing something for another without worrying about your own troubles and concerns, right? Because that can be very healing for you, and it's healing for others. And this is where you get into that sense of reciprocity here. So yeah, the divine is really pushing you to, show your stuff, show your talent, no matter how big or small. Whatever gesture, whatever kind action, word, or even thought that you do is coming back to you. All right, now I also sense earth sign coming through, some fire sign. Let's get a little bit more about what spirit wants you to know. Oh my goodness, you got the pride. I really sense Leo coming through very strong. So you may have Leo placements in your chart. You could be dealing with someone with Leo placements now or in the future. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Take a moment to really be proud of all that you've accomplished, all that you've overcome. Because sometimes what happens is we get caught up on doing, get more, that we forget to appreciate all that we've built up so far here. And Spirit wants you to look around at your accomplishments and be proud of yourself. Because Spirit is gifting you something too, Pisces. It's not just about you, it's about others too. And yes, you've been chosen to provide some type of service here. Big or small, it doesn't matter. But also to not hide behind something or feel, for some of you, there may be something where you have a hard time, being in the limelight or having acknowledgement, having recognition, but be proud of yourself. Express thanks to yourself, your higher self and spirit, because there's a lot for you to be proud of. And whether you know it or not, there's going to be people who are influenced by you. And so you've got a lot of influence here too, to make things really good for you and others. What else? You got to ground your light. Let your light shine. Yeah, there's been too much possibly going on, but we all need to ground our light. I mean, this is essential, especially when we get too caught up in other people's junk or the world's junk or whatever. And we can tend to lose ourselves because we're sensing so many different energies. So commit to a daily practice if you haven't, whether it's just 5 minutes of just sitting still. Maybe there's a cup of tea or a cup of coffee with you. Maybe there's, a place in nature. Maybe there's something that you like to eat. Maybe it's a movie, So anything to make you feel a lot more grounded and secure, because you're anchoring your light, and you have been anchoring your light, which is also illuminating anything negative, anything that we may be fearful of. And this is not anything that you need to worry about. It's just coming out because you're ready to release anything that has been hidden from you or what others may be trying to hide from you too. Go with the flow here. Just go with the flow. But while you're going with the flow, mind over matter, be proud of yourself. Be proud of what you can do. What else? Spirit messages. You've got this whole thing about observing limitations, right? Putting the light where we need the light to be illuminated on any type of limitation or dark aspects. But also, Spirit is giving you a lot of messages. And this is also a strong indication, that you are connected to loved ones on the other side. And so they may be showing up through dreams, visions, maybe little things that you're noticing, right? As you're taking time to just maybe breathe and anchor your light, so that you know that there is something far beyond the physical realm that's going on, where you can feel confident and secure. So yes, Spirit is sending you messages, heaven, loved ones on the other side are sending you messages. Some of you, you have a gift of, mediumship here. Put your service to work, okay? If you haven't, don't be afraid. Don't worry about being perfect. Set your heart free. Look at that spiritual evolution. I feel birds, different types of birds may be talking to you. So pay attention to what birds are showing up and what kind of strengths they can offer you to take on too. Because Spirit wants you to feel an infinite supply, especially because, we live in a world where we are set with, limits, rules, all these things, but our access to the infinite, our access to some type of freedom is always available. And so it does get a little tricky, right? To hold light, to anchor light, especially when there's so much darkness that we have to deal with, right? But you are on this beautiful path of a spiritual evolution, and there may be things that, are requiring more of your attention. And so you are moving, or you have moved away from things that just isn't enough for you. You've outgrown something or someone or some type of conditions, and you're reconditioning yourself to a place of infinite, to a place of not just surviving, but thriving. What else? Oh my goodness, I love this. Be at peace. Be at peace. We're not rushing anything. In fact, you're seeing signs, you're getting information. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. Yes, because you're on the spiritual evolution. Take pride in that. Take pride in moving away from things that you feel hold you in too much darkness. Now, I do see maybe some type of truce, some type of peace, a misunderstanding that is resolved here. Now, you have this ability right now to eradicate anything negative just by really tuning into what's possible, tuning into the love that you are sensing and feeling from the spiritual realm. And you're also cultivating and sowing more peace into your life. Yeah, be true to yourself here, because you are love. And Spirit doesn't want you to feel that you have to take on so much negativity, whether it's yourself or others or the world. What else? Oh my goodness, water sign. Yes. Overwhelm and plenty. Okay, now this could go both ways, because sometimes when we get too overwhelmed with things, we tend to lose ourselves, right? So there's some type of healthy balance, but there is something good for you to look forward to, especially if we've been feeling restricted, because I was bringing up this whole thing about infinite supply. Feel the overflow in your own heart space, especially if right now you're feeling disconnected, right, from others or even Spirit. Take a moment to fill up your heart with light and love, and know that your heart is meant to carry a lot of love and good memories, not holding resentment or harboring the past, because there is something about you coming into a fulfillment here where you feel extremely abundant. So we've got an overflow here. Now, there may be a discipline too, because there may be something with temptation where we have to resist impulse here, because sometimes when we get overwhelmed, and you know this, with life or things, we tend to maybe do things out of reaction here, right? So I feel there's something strong about, really mastering something internal here when it comes to control, right? Mind over matter, and possibly, choosing peace over anger, because there has been a lot of negativity and negative energies. So Spirit understands that. What else? Oh, look at this. Oh, eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. Yeah, there may be something where you have to express and say no to others, right? And some of you, you may have a hard time with that, possibly because you don't want to hurt another's feelings, but this is a time where you have to stay focused here. There's an opportunity that is coming your way, and Spirit doesn't want you to miss this. But you do need to rise above the fray. You know, we may need to get into a place where, you know, if others are triggered by you or what you're doing, you know, you got to let go, right? Because it's not your battle to fight. Your battle is right now is staying strong, staying undisturbed, holding that light. There's some type of truth here too. So let's get a little bit more about eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. You're definitely headed towards success. A lot of you are already sitting in success, but there's just so much other things are going on with you right now. You're connected. See, this is all about not feeling disconnected and watching out too, because there's other souls involved here. You know, we're all connected in this beautiful cosmic web. And some souls light up like jewels, like you do, because you're meant to be noticed. You're meant to be an anchor. You're meant to weave a dream come true because there's something powerful going on between you, the divine, and others here. This is what you got to look forward to in the future, feeling far more connected than ever, feeling like you are part of this beautiful plan. Some of you might have, okay, this is weird. Take it if it resonates. It may not for all of you, but there's something about rage. I don't know if you maybe need to rage it out, like vent it out, get it all out at one time, or perhaps you were observing someone that was raging. Perhaps you were in a rage, you know, and so we're doing what we can to stay calm, right? It's not right or wrong. It's just about being in a place of, you know, understanding that you've taken on a lot. You've gone through a period where you've had to, you know, be in some type of confusion, you know, whether it's yours or other people. Oh my goodness, look at that divine feminine, the cosmic womb. This is coming back home to a place of feeling safe, secure, right? That water energy that is surrounding you so that you're feeling that overflow of love and creation and great insight that just keeps coming. This is this whole thing about knowing you're infinitely supplied here. So something new is inside of this cosmic womb here. Let's get a little bit more about the cosmic womb, the divine feminine. And the divine feminine, that feminine energy is coming out. You know, we're talking about some rage, maybe a little bit of masculine energy. And so we're just kind of staying even and tempering things. Let's get a little bit more about the cosmic womb, the divine feminine. What's important for Pisces to know about this? Oh my God, I love your energy, Pisces. Gosh, such a cool, oh my goodness. I feel like I just know you without knowing you, but I do. You've got abilities that go beyond, you know, this earthly realm, should we say, other world. You know, there's another thing that I want to say, otherworldly beauty and otherworldly intelligence. And always knowing you're coming back home. There is a very strong spirit guide here too that is healing you, giving you a lot of encouragement to keep moving forward because yes, you have the ability to heal. You are a galactic healer. You may resonate, you know, with this sense of not feeling like you belong on Earth, and perhaps you don't. You've had many lifetimes on other planets and this is why Pisces, I understand you. This is why you really don't understand all the bullshit that goes on. The crap, the negativity, the even the darkest part of the human behavior and mind. It's not your world, but this is something that you're doing here. Somehow, some way, you're bridging some type of cosmic, beautiful energy and healing. And I wouldn't be surprised if right now or in the near future, you start activating abilities you didn't even know you had. Embrace it, cherish it. What else? Oh, you too got some new love forming. Oh my goodness, this internal union. Yeah. Love is forming, new love. This is why we're in this place of peace. This is what's being created here. Now let's get a little bit more about this eternal union and what Spirit wants you to know. For those that are seeking maybe a love or spiritual love, perhaps, you know, something that you are finding of a higher realm, well, you're getting it. See, this is what Spirit is saying. Spirit sees this. Bold step forward, a bold step forward. Okay, yes, new love is forming. You know, you notice this gate, and it's like you're ready for the next landscape. So yes, your landscape is changing. You know, you might be finding that, yes, maybe your current bonds are getting stronger, or you're moving away from some, right? And a new love could be coming here, some type of soul bond. And you're reaching a little bit further. This is why Spirit is saying it will take a bold step forward. Anytime we have to go to a new scenery, a new landscape in life, we hesitate. But the hesitation is all in your mind right now. Your fears are telling you lies right now. Spirit is saying, have the courage here to keep moving forward. You're creating something that is lasting for you. What else? And whatever this is forming, it's taking you even further in life, even with your own abilities here. Oh, I love this. Mindful. See, I'm telling you, the birds are coming out. Beautiful owl, mindful wisdom, creating inner harmony. If we don't know how to cultivate inner harmony, we will always feel lost. We will always doubt. This is why it's important, you know, to say no to the drama or conflicts. Maybe turn a blind eye if you need to. And create that mindful moments here, because you carry a radar detector inside of you called the bullshit detector. Okay, so it's hard for people like us that have to deal with people who think that they are smart and they're not, with their lies. Or perhaps even the lies that they've weaved around themselves that they may think is true. But you're seeing something through it. So honor that knowing. Honor that knowing too, that you are being careful with your own mind because it is beautiful. Right? I can accomplish what I set my mind to. What else? I was just saying something about like ride the wave or ride something out, and look at this, moving out of stagnation, the dust devil. If there's chaos, if there's confusion, if there's something going on, it's to create movement. So we are moving out of stagnation. Some of you, you're going to be leaving some people in the dust, okay? Because you're headed towards a whole new landscape in your life. Now, what's important for Pisces to know about moving out of stagnation? Some type of getting out of some type of limiting space within our mind, heart, or physically, maybe a combination. Spirit wants you to know there is some type of radical acceptance that you are a beloved child of the universe, and also you're not meant to feel alone or be alone. You're meant to feel supported and appreciated. And there may be something, if it hasn't happened yet, where we have some type of instant connection or instant aha moment, something that gets things moving in a way where you are on fire, and your heart's going to be on fire if it's not yet. The only thing that could stop us, though, is we get scared of this dust devil. Now, I'm just going to bring this up. You've got someone on the other side that's doing this because you're being looked after. Someone on the other side is creating some type of movement and change because they're pushing you forward here in a lovingly way. Now, if there was something out of your control, or perhaps you gained the control and you made some type of change, maybe you've cut something out, maybe you've, whatever it is, then you're doing the right thing. You're bringing your place into a place of radical acceptance because you're that loved and you know you are. What else? Transmuting that pain. This is that moving out of stagnation. It's not about suppressing the pain. It's not about ignoring the pain. But it is a place where we accept all these parts of ourselves. And you're breaking through some type of suffering that you've had to endure here. But you're transmuting that pain. You're at this place where something may feel risky. Maybe there's a little hesitation. But just do something a little different. Change up something in your day-to-day routine. Just little shifts here. Some of you felt like you were fooled. This is what probably got you in some type of rage here for some of you, or vice versa. You saw someone that you loved that went through an incredible amount of pain, probably suffering. But this fool's embrace is saying, embrace all these aspects. Embrace this unknowing too. Like, this whole thing where we don't need to know everything. Forget knowing everything. Feel your way through. You already know. What else? And this is exactly what a galactic healer does, is transmute that pain, turning it into something positive so that it doesn't go somewhere else, right? If we deal with these things right now, then they don't have the ability to manifest in some other weird way, whether sickness or a negative circumstance, right? Sometimes we can't help these things, but we have a lot to do with where the energies are going and how much we continue some type of pain or illness or blockage. I love this. Okay. I feel that you would resonate with the last SOS reading. That if you haven't listened to that, that is in the description box. The video link is in the description. Between Worlds, New Direction. Now look at the turtle, enjoying the journey, right? Knowing that no matter what, we are at home, we're safe, we're secure, we got that hard shell, but you're in between worlds. I mean, the divine feminine, this is the cosmic womb here. Look at that, the farther gate. You're moving through one landscape and going into another landscape until we keep going and opening up another gate and another gate. What else? And this is why we have to have discipline, right? Because there's a lot that we're having to process. Oh, yes. You don't need to pray anymore, okay? Just quit praying, quit wishing. It's already coming to fruition. Get ready. Get ready. Preparations come to fruition. Do you need to organize? Do you need to tidy up? I mean, what is it here? Act as if. That's it. Act as if. You're not praying, you're not asking. You're receiving. And so get your net out, because this is a time where you're harvesting great things in your life here. Let's get a little bit more about what Pisces can expect or what Spirit will give us with this net caster. possibility for union. Oh my goodness. Yes. Keep going. Because the thing about the sky bridge is we're pretty much forced to keep going, right? Because I mean, all you can do is move forward. As the past, these little pieces of stepping stones kind of fall away, and so we kind of have no choice. But take a moment, take a deep breath here. You're coming into union with these things that match with your spiritual evolution. So you're doing yourself a service here. You're honoring your way. What else? Yeah, I am the same in everybody but with different challenges. Yeah, we may have had to deal with envy, whether it's coming from others or ourselves, perhaps because we're comparing, we're feeling doubtful. But the trick out of this is just to see that no matter what others may appear to have, or maybe what others think you have, we all have challenges. We all have to get through something, and we're all evolving at a different pace. This is Five of Wands to me. This is you removing yourself, or spirit is doing it, because you've got a loved one on the other side that is guiding and pushing you out of some type of competitive field, or, you know, some type of landscape where we're just dealing with maybe trouble, drama. Now, you may need to watch out for this though too in the future, Pisces, because you're gaining a lot in life. And you know, we just live in a world where not everybody is happy when people are doing good or doing something different. But there are people who will appreciate you. There are people who, like me, I love it. I love when people are getting out of these obstacles and they're doing, so you know that I'm here to support you. Okay, what else? Clear and activate. Yeah, we may need to clear our energy. We may need to even clear ourselves from expectations. I feel you expect so much from yourself, Pisces. And you know what? I do the same thing. Okay, so I'm familiar with that. I feel that you expect so much from yourself. And you need to just know that you're enough right where you're at, right where you're at. Every experience that you've gone through, everything, good or bad, that's what it was. And you're enough. So you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do more, have more, learn more. You are it. But we do need to be careful of our energy. We need to take care of our energy, because you have something a little different here that you have to pay attention to. You got to take care of yourself. Move forward with an open mind. That means we have to have a beginner's mind. But it also means that we're moving away from old stories, or maybe even the stories that society or family members or whatever, our peers, want to teach us or condition us with. Because, yeah, maybe some will resonate with you. Not all. Not all. We have wisdom here. We have something a little different. What else? I'm telling you, with the birds. I love it. I just love it. There's a hummingbird. We have an owl. We have a raven, or, oh no, this is probably eagle here. And we even have eagle. Oh my gosh. Wow. Timing is critical. You got the select. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this. You can't make this up. There's two different oracle decks here. The celestial gatekeeper. Timing is critical. Bold step forward. Yes, you can take a moment or two, but keep doing things that are holding your, you know, that's aligned with your strength, your vision here. That timing is critical. The gate is opening, but it will close. I mean, this is this whole thing too. And this isn't to scare you or make you feel that you're rushed into doing something. You're already enough. You're already doing it. It's just keeping our mind and our spirit, you know, right in front of us instead of looking in the back, right? Because there is something where, you know, that sky bridge, it's only there for maybe a moment. Stay strong here. You're opening up to a whole new portal, a whole new dimension, a whole new era here. Let me get a little bit more about that timing is critical too. What does Spirit give us about this timing is critical for you? What is this? Wow. Wow. This one really wanted to come out too. There was some, okay, it's like a hook and it moved. So there's great movement right now. There's great movement. Okay. Something already got hooked. It's turning the freaking wheel for you. Now your hook is the hook that's hooking this and spinning it in the way you want is having your mind in a good place. Look at that. Timing is critical. Luck and right timing, the fortune's wheel. You're already in the place where you're receiving your good fortune. You're creating karma that has good luck in it. So it is about this right timing. Pay attention right now. You're receiving messages, signs, you know, whether it's to take a moment to take care of yourself here, to stay positive. Because the fortune's wheel, Pisces, will bring unexpected situations here. Things you didn't even plan for. And look at this. Look at that. That net caster preparations come to fruition. Oh my goodness. Look at the good fortune you're building and get to catch. What else? Emotional challenges. Yeah, resolve. This is what transmuting that pain by feeling it. We just got to feel it, accept it, honor it. Know that you don't need to be regretful, shameful, or embarrassed if that's what you feel. Sometimes we have to grieve. We have to give ourselves time to grieve that which we don't have anymore, that which we lost, that which we can't control. But heaven has a way for you to feel healed. Heaven has a way for you to feel nourished. Do not let anything take that away from you. You're not meant to come into this world feeling depleted, feeling you have to suffer for a long time. Let's get more about emotional challenges. This is all about transformation. And you know, between worlds can bring mixed emotions too, because we're having to say goodbye to those things that were familiar, either by our choice or by circumstance or another's. Oh my goodness, look at that. Yes. You know, look at that dream thief, refusal of the call here. So there may be something where we're feeling overwhelmed, right? We need to find some type of balance, but resolve the issue, whether it's through maybe meditation, maybe a professional help, maybe just giving yourself time. But also remember, timing is critical here because there's something about you not having your dreams stolen here. And you need to watch out for others too, for some of you Pisces, because, you know, the thing is I know this can be difficult, okay, because there are situations where, you know, take this if it resonates. It may not all for all of you, but you might be involved with someone else's emotional baggages and challenges. You know, you can only help for so long and so much, but ultimately is going to reside with that person too. So don't let someone else's challenges and problems be yours, because it's taking away from you. It's taking away from your calling. And it is, in a sense, a dream thief. What else? Growth. And you're, see, you're on this path of doing something that you love or reigniting something that you love, especially when it causes you to grow and expand. And not only is your mind and your soul growing, but so is your life, right? And your wealth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So you are on this path of great growth. Now pay attention to these new things, maybe even new people, new knowledge, new items that you can use that's helping you to grow and connect the ultimate goal here, which is going to be some type of surprise because we have the fortune's wheel here. Okay. Now, some of you, you may be sought after for your abilities, or maybe some type of recognition, reward for merit here as well. Take it in. Beginner's mind, that first breath, you know, take a big inhale. Inhale that faith, that confidence, and exhale that fear, that worry, that stress, the drama. And just remember too that you get to start fresh. This means that we may need to work really hard on not repeating a story in our mind, because I know how that goes too. You know, I know we can ruminate on those things, but take that first breath and ease into this, because Spirit is saying something refreshing and new is coming into your world and into your mind. Okay, that is it actually. And the other thing that I want to say about this first breath is, if you've been feeling like overwhelmed, maybe like we're drowning or have been drowning, it's like we're coming up for that air, we're coming up for that first breath, relief. Okay, now let's find out for you, Pisces, a blessing that is headed your way. A blessing that is headed towards Pisces right now. Pisces, I'm looking at these things here. I don't know, take this. I don't know if there's something, okay. I'm getting, okay, a couple of things. Boy, what do they call that? Oh my God, I can't believe I just forgot it. Oh, sacred geometry. There may be something with you connecting to sacred geometry, coloring sacred geometry. There's something about patterns, noticing patterns. See, this is the thing. This is the gift that you also have, is noticing patterns in the world and how they speak to you. And then the other thing that I want to bring up is, I know this is probably going to sound like really old or old fashioned, but I like old fashioned things. Okay. Quilting. And what's kind of cute is I just see like a quilt here, but this is how I'm seeing your life. Every experience you went through created a masterpiece, a pattern through this whole tapestry of your life. This is your blanket here, and you're creating something very beautiful and unique to you. Now, what was I? Oh, the blessing coming your way, freedom, freedom, and not having to do something you don't want to do anymore, or say something you don't want to say. You know, we all have different masks that we have to wear because we play different roles. But the beautiful thing is that you get to try on what you want to be or become. And if you don't like it, you get to take it off. But this is the whole thing, experiencing what you want. And perhaps it's finally a thing too where you're not pleasing others. You're pleasing yourself in a way that's healthy, in a way where you feel accomplished and respected. Okay, now, Pisces, let's find out. So that's a blessing that's coming towards you. There's a new question I want to ask from Spirit for you is, you know, what is Spirit's guidance for you for the next 2 weeks? Okay, let's find out what Spirit's guidance is for you for the next 2 weeks for Pisces. Crown games, the right use of power. Okay, I am just seeing that you're being graced by God, by the heavens here, by the universe, with so much abilities, talents, gifts. Maybe, and I know it's untapped too, a lot of untapped, because you keep growing and evolving. And so if there's any stress or worry about, you know, who wears the crown, right? I'm powerful. Again, you know how to use the gifts, the talents, the wealth, and the wealth you're coming into in the right way. Where, yes, we do see a lot of abuse in power. I mean, we see it all the time. But Spirit's helping you get right with this balance and owning your power and being proud of it, but in a way that is empowering yourself and others, not a disempowering game. Okay, Pisces, I hope that this was helpful for you. Love and light. Take care.